in partnership with CommSec.
Joining us from CommSec is Tom Piotrowski. Tom, a couple of massive days ahead, starting with the RBA rate decision today. So what's on your radar in particular?
Well, Kenny, it's really all about the US election at this stage in terms of its capacity to have an impact on the markets. To be quite candid, the RBA decision, there's many headlines as will be garnered around that. It's much of a non-event. There's no prospect of the RBA doing anything when it comes to rates. The commentary might be noteworthy, but on a day where there's a lot of other outcomes that are being prioritised, that'll be marginalised to a significant extent, including an equine event in Melbourne. But nonetheless, in terms of what we've seen in the US overnight, we have seen a bit of volatility in the context of where the markets have been placing their bets most recently. The Trump trade has been firmly favoured by market professionals. That broadly means being long stocks, being short bonds, and being long the US dollar. And there was some movement in the polls in the last 24 hours, which had a bit of a bearing coming out of the weekend, and that saw the US dollar fall away. We saw a substantial dip in long-term interest rates in particular. But at this stage, we have not seen much movement when it comes to stocks. We've still got an hour, just over an hour of trade remaining because of the change in times between Australia and the United States. So US markets close at 8 o'clock Sydney time. We've got the Dow down by 0.5% at this stage. The S&P 500 just in negative territory. We've got the Nasdaq just in positive territory. The US dollar has fallen by about 0.2% against most other currencies. Gold's pretty steady at 2,737 US dollars per ounce. The Mexican peso, which has been marked down because of the mooted tariffs that the Trump administration, if successful, might apply to Mexican imports, is a reflection of the movement in the last 24 hours. So the Mexican dollar has rallied by the most part of 2% against the US dollar. So these are the sorts of things that we're looking for over the course of the next 24 hours to see where the markets are placing their bets or whether or not there's some money coming off the table where these trades are concerned. Having said all that, the futures are pointing to a decline of the Aussie dollar, the ASX 200 when it kicks off this morning, down by around 0.4%. The Aussie dollar is trading just short of 66 US cents, a reflection of that moderation in the greenback.
Okay, thanks, Tom. Check in with you soon.